Yo, what's up? How you doing out there in the wonderful internet? This is Shelvon. Today I am flying solo. But we're going to talk about Deep 23 and a little bit of the pink one. I watched it like about a week. I can remember a little bit of it, and the Mass Effect TV show, and discuss the writers and whatnot for the new Star Wars trilogy. All right, so let's get into D23. I got a couple of articles and gonna watch a few trailers. All right, so let's get into some movie news. Alrighty, let's see. Hmm. All right, if I can figure out which tab it is, I got too many tabs open. Okay, oh, I know what it is. Here we go. That's the one. All right, yeah, poetry in motion. So I've been doing this for a little over a year and still got a little kinks here and there. But all right, so let's check out this particular article. And it's discussing D3. We selected technology. There we go. I am so buying a new computer. This is just driving me crazy. Like everything takes forever. Hmm. Part of the problem is that each one of these particular websites have so many friggin' ads that it basically is clogging my computer. It's like, so if I open up a bunch of them, each one opens up multiple ads. So it's like, so I don't know if it's the browser, I don't know what it is. It's like it's trying to handle all these ads, and then you close them, then it opens up again. You close it and it opens up again. But I am basically sharing what it's like to deal with the internet now. So I can't blame them because everyone is going through a bunch of problems. And as I'm waiting for the little circle to stop rotating so I can actually read this article, that would be very nice. Come on. So if anybody popped in, I'm quite sure they're popping out. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. Answer a few questions. Hmm. All right. Okay. No. He. All right. So I can see why people have their own like producers and whatnot. So all right. Close this particular thing. Come on. All right. Okay, DC or DC. Wow. And what the hell? Are you sure? When I clicked on the page, it flipped over to I accidentally selected something else. Okay, come on. All right, here we go. All right. All right, finally. Okay. Disney officially announces Ice Age 6 with original cast. Oh, that's cool. First, still from live action Lilo and Stitch. I like the fact that he looks like the cartoon. I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that it's live action. Something about 2D art that they still haven't been able to actually get right when it as it comes to these live action things. So, all right, what the hell? What's it doing now? So can't wait to get a new computer. Okay, come on. What the hell? All right. Okay. When Disney Plus launched, it quickly became the norm for movies to premiere on the service made specifically for streaming. These titles range from original tales to remakes of Disney animated classics like Lady and the Tramp and Pinocchio. Those didn't do that well. However, Bob Iger's return as CEO, the studio has shifted away from making movies for streaming in an effort to increase profits. It adds up because spending close to 100 million, if not more, on a movie in the hope that boosting Disney Plus subscriber count doesn't ultimately produce the same financial reward as a successful theatrical run. That's why Lilo and Stitch has shifted from being a streaming exclusive to a big screen release heading our way for May 23rd, 2025. Thanks to Tornado.com, we have a new look at Experiment 626 in the movie's first official still. He's undeniably adorable and mischievous. Directed by Dean Fleischer, Camp, produced by Jonathan Urich and Dan Lin. Lilo and Stitch is a live-action reimagining of the animated classic. The movie is a tale of a young girl's close encounter with the galaxy's most wanted extraterrestrial. Lilo is a lonely Hawaiian girl who adopts a small, ugly dog whom she names Stitch. Stitch would be a perfect pet if he weren't in reality a genetic experiment who has escaped from an alien planet and crash landed on Earth, making Maya Keloa, Sydney Elizabeth, Ag- I can't pronounce that, and Billy Magnuson, Tia Carrere, and Chris Sanders with Courtney B. Vance and Zach Galifianakis. A new look at the wildly funny and touching story of a lonely Hawaiian girl and fugitive alien who helps mend her broken family can be seen below. So I can blow that up. Okay. All right. So this is what a better image of what he looks like. Like I said, he looks like he looks like the character, which is good. I'm glad that they've learned their lesson from changing these things to fit whatever it is that they want to put out instead of actually putting something out that the fans of this property would like. So somebody says he needs 4 arms. Yeah, he probably will. Sure, he's cute, but do we really need all these remakes? Not really. Mm. In other animation news, Disney has also announced that Ice Age 6 is officially in production, another franchise inherited by the studio after it acquired 20th Century Fox. It's being relaunched on Disney Plus with Simon Pegg led Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. However, this movie will be a true sequel with returning stars Ray Romano, John Leguizamo, good, yeah, because he kind of needs to work, Queen Latifah, Dennis Leary, and Simon Pegg. If you watch the announcement below, all right, so
hello, everybody. Ray Romano here with some big news. Wow, it's cold in here. Did the AC break or something?
Hey, Ray, you ready to give the big announcement?
Sure am. Just give me a minute. Could somebody turn the heat up, please? What?
I see you got my gift.
What's happening?
I thought it'd be fun. Okay, tell him.
Ice Age 6 is coming to theaters.
There we go. The herd is back, baby. I gotta call everybody I know.
I actually like the Ice Age movies. It got a little straight to video in the last ones. The first ones are good. They got very formulaic towards the end. Like I do love Lilo and Stitch. I thought it was an actually great story when Disney could actually make original stories. And the crazy thing about that is like they kind of did that one on the low and not really told uh Disney what they were actually doing. So I ain't gonna lie, I really don't have too much faith in whether or not modern Disney could actually make something that is entertaining because they haven't been able to do that very well. Okay, so but it looks like they had some more. Okay, looks like they had some more. Some more to that article. Okay. All right. If that weren't a huge number of announcements, oh, there weren't another huge number of announcements coming out of D23 Brazil, but Disney Animation has confirmed that Shakira will reprise her role as Gazelle in the upcoming Zootopia sequel ahead of its release in theaters next December. It's like, okay, I'm not exactly sure how. Well, I guess it's Brazil, so. What the? Okay. Decided to go. All right. So that's it for that particular article. I think they have some more stuff for D23. So we oh what? Okay. Is this new? Oh, all right. Apparently there's some comic book news. Kevin Feige on internal sequel and possibility of the Inhumans making their MCU debut. Why would you make a sequel to a movie that lost you money? I don't get why you would do that. People didn't like it. You normally make sequels to stuff that people actually like, but it is Disney. So while speaking to Cine Pop during D23 Brazil yesterday, Marvel Studios Kevin Feige shared an update on the status of an Eternals follow up and spoke about the possibility of characters from the Inhumans making their MCU debut. All right, Eternals not only had the dubious honor of being the first Marvel Studios movie on review aggregate Rotten Tomatoes, but it also finished up its U.S. run with a disappointing 1.649 million and gave it the lowest domestic haul of any MCU-led set film aside from The Incredible Hulk. Even so, we appeared to get confirmation that a follow-up was early in the planning stages, probably around the time when the movie first came out, and they had a whole bunch of hope for it. Because at the end, there was a setup for Blade, and there was a setup for one of the characters in it. And when it didn't make any money, that probably went out the window. So this probably took place a few years ago. When the Game of Thrones alum Kit Harington, who made his MCU debut as Dane Whitman in the movie The Black Knight, suggested that the project had been scrapped. Now, not exactly a surprise, but it does mean that we won't be seeing Cersei, Thena, Kingo, and the others in live action form. They are expected to appear in the Marvel Zombies animated series. Okay. Feige stopped short of making any promises, but he did say that he was very proud of that movie. That cast was incredible, and we'd be lucky to get any of them back at some point, which is BS. But you got to say nice stuff about your product. So as for the Inhumans, we did see Anson Mount show up as Black Bolt in Doctor Strange in the multi-universe of madness, but the chances of studio reinvesting in the property after the disastrous ABC series always seem pretty slim. The biggest problem with that is that they didn't really tell the Inhuman story properly. They just like everything else, and I'm choppy. It's like everything else, they decided to add their own spin to something that was already established. Now, the Inhumans weren't the biggest property on Marvel, but it had its following. And I'm not actually sure. Well, think about it. I am pretty sure the people who they hired to write this stuff feel that they can do better. It's like they can do better than the people who wrote it over the years. And it's just it, and you see this on multiple things. It's just the same stuff over and over and over again. So, all right. Uh, when asked about the super team potentially appearing in the MCU at some point, all Feige would say is, "We'll see where and if they return." Feige was also asked to share his 3 favorite MCU moments so far, and went with Tony Stark saying, "I am Iron Man" at the end of the first movie, Black Panther being revealed for the first time, and the portals scene from Avengers Endgame. Yeah, and those were actually pretty good. Feige also asked to share his 3 favorite. Oh, okay, popped up on me. Marvel Studios Eternals follow a group of heroes from beyond the stars to protect the Earth since the dawn of man, when monstrous creatures called deviants, long thought to be lost to history, mysteriously return, and the Eternals are forced to reunite in order to defend humanity once again. It's like, yeah, that's not their story from the comic book. So somebody rewrote that. And the way that it ended, where with a sentinel about to burst out of the earth and his hand sticking out of one part of the ocean, which would actually throw off the access of our planet and probably kill everybody on like there, but they don't really think about none of that stuff. So, yeah, it was outstanding. No, it wasn't. Okay, I think there was another article on the Fantastic Four. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. The Fantastic Four First Steps D23 trailer leaks online and now features some footage from the movie. As at yesterday's Marvel Studios panel at D23 Brazil, the Fantastic Four First Steps trailer was shown to fans. Unsurprisingly, it is now leaked online. I am not going to look for it. I am not going to show it because Disney tends to frown on that kind of stuff, and my channel is kind of small, and I don't want to get it obliterated. All right, but if you want to see it yourself, it's probably out there someplace. And sorry. All right. The key difference that instead of being test footage, it now appears to both scenes from the movie itself. That's evident from the fact that Vanessa Kirby's Sue Storm has a completely different hairstyle. There are also additional crowd shoots and finished VFX for the Baxter Building and the spaceship belonging to Marvel's first family. Crucially, we also get a much cleaner look at Galactus, this time featuring Ralph Inson's likeness. Whether it's a trailer for Marvel Studios will eventually release online is a tough say, though it could be a unique way to reintroduce this team to audiences. Earlier this year, Shackman explained why the Fantastic Four First Steps won't serve as an origin story for the Marvel's first family. One of the things we decided early on was to not do an origin story, the filmmaker explained. One of the ways we are making it our own thing is, please, every time I hear one of these people talk about making something their own thing, it makes me nervous. Because them doing their own thing lately has been lots and lots of crap. All right, so as we're not telling the story of them going up and being changed, we're starting our story there. There's a lot of well-known narratives that leads into that moment, right? When you're making up your new story, starting basically at the end of the first act, and we thought, well, just get this thing off in completely new foot, and we're beginning after that. He also added, the great thing about this is we're building a new universe where there are no other heroes. It's just a Fantastic Four. Okay, so there's a link to a Reddit post. I guess they describe it. Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn, Johnny Storm, Ebony Mons Baccarat, Ben Graham will lead the Fantastic Four First Steps cast. We also see Ralph Ensign as Galactus, Julia Garner as and they are actually gonna go with the female Silver Surfer. Wow. I was hoping that they would change their mind, but it looks like that's what they're going with. Okay. Story sees Galactus and Silver Surfer target Earth for destruction. Director Matt Shakeman worked for both Avatar and The Way of Water. Okay, I don't care about that. Any comments on this? All right. I think beyond the trailers, so I'm trying to wait and from my fellow podcaster to show up so that we can actually talk about that. The actual, because they did unleash 2 trailers. So there is one more thing. All right, Kevin Feige shares updates on Blade, MCU's Miles Morales, important X-Men plans, Scarlet Witch, and more. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, currently at D23 in Brazil, shared several big MCU updates in a wide-ranging interview with our friends at Omelette. Much has been said about whether Blade will become reality, finding yet another release date delay. And while the reboot remains undated as we write this, Kevin Feige insists that Mahershala Ali will get a chance to shine in the MCU. I have no idea why this is so difficult to do. Blade is very simple. He's just a badass dude who kills vampires. That's it. That's all you need to do. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. And I keep hearing all this stuff about how they keep trying to do stuff their own way, and this is what I don't like, because their own way tends to be crap. All right, we're committed to Blade. We love the character. We love Mahara. I cannot say his version of him. How can you tell what his version is if you've never filmed anything? The executive confirmed, and rest assured, whenever we change direction on a project or we're still trying to figure it out, how it fits into our schedule, we will let the public know. You're updated on what's going on, but I can say that the character will make it to the MCU. Kevin Feige was asked about another long absent character, Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch. We expected Agatha all along to provide a definitive update on the hero status, though all we were ultimately told is that Wanda Maximoff is gone. Yes, she got crushed by a mountain. We had Agatha just now, and the series was great for us. Since then, there have been a lot of questions about Wanda in fans' minds. So all I can say is that we're excited to find out when and how Scarlet Witch can come back. My thoughts, it's going to be some kind of variant. Just like supposedly what's going to happen with the Fantastic Four, something's going to happen with the female Silver Surfer. And when they come over to the regular MCU, then we will get the regular one. I don't know why they're doing that. It's stupid. Your fan base is not happy with these changes, but they're going to do them anyway. Spider-Man 4 fast approaching. The site also wondered whether or not we're nearing Miles Morales' long overdue live action debut. Miles will appear in the third Spider-Verse, which is in production. He said of Spider-Man Beyond Spider-Verse. Oh, yep. Hold on. Yeah, I hear you. Welcome. I'm just talking about D23. All right. You can hear me, huh? Okay. Well, I'll continue with the article while he's getting his stuff set up. Finally, we can talk to hope that shortly after that he will be able to enter the MCU in live action. Finally, turn to the X-Men reboot. I'm assuming that we'll probably get to maybe the second, because there's going to be a new Tom Holland trilogy. So I'm assuming that they're going to get to the second movie of that, and they'll probably drop some hints. And because they're doing this multiverse thing, you'll probably get more of them into the third one, and that'll probably be it for that version of Spider-Man, and then it will turn into Miles Morales. I'm not sure how Spider-Man fans will actually feel about that, but that's just how stuff goes. Finally, talk of the X-Men reboot. Marvel Studios has been sitting on those rights for a few good years now, and it seems that we have already mapped out the role mutants will play in the shared world. When we were preparing the Avengers Endgame years ago, it was a matter of getting the grand finale of our narrative, and then we had to start all over again after that. This time on the road to Secret Wars, we already know very well what's going to happen. Be the story until then and beyond. The X-Men are an important part of the future. From what we know about Avengers Endgame, and I think things that James Gunn has stated and other directors have stated, these things were not as coordinated as people actually thought, and they were just kind of making stuff up on the fly. So it's nice to hear that they actually have a plan this time. As for the Deadpool and Wolverine could factor into that, he added the plans with Deadpool and Wolverine will always be the same. We're always wondering where we can fit them in and how fast. Yes, because you may have a movie that makes $1 billion, you tend to want to make a sequel to that. Not sure how they're gonna do, or if they're gonna have Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine until he's in his 90s. Okay. All right. Looking ahead to the future, Frankie also confirmed that we will see more multi-season TV shows, admitting that the extremely busy 2025, which will feature a release of at least 10 movies and series, isn't going to be the norm. He says we are going to have more renewals, and that starts with Daredevil Born Again. We're really excited to premiere the first season next year when we will already be filming the second. It shows that we like the idea of developing shows over multiple seasons. After all, that's one of the most cool things about television. You guys don't really do it that well, but okay. I think that we can say that we're back to normal more or less. In the past, we had 4 films, 4 series a year, and I think we're going to go down to 2 films and 3 series. But that won't be the case for 2025. Specifically, it turns out that we've been working on these titles for a long time, and they just happen to be ready for release, and we are very excited. When you set out to make 2 Avengers films, they're colossal, gigantic, and consume you completely. But we have already announced a Spider-Man film that will be released between Doomsday and Secret Wars. Feige will be on stage for a couple of hours now for the MCU updates. All right, stop sharing that.
What's the subject?
What
was the subject?
I was talking about D3. So,
okay. Sorry about running.
No worries, dude. I just read the article talking about it. So it was Lilo and Stitch stuff. They're gonna do an Ice Age 6. And a trailer, like they showed a trailer or something for Fantastic Four, which leaked. I'm not gonna watch that because Disney will hit you for that kind of stuff. He talked about,
the trailer.
Yeah, so but they did release 2 trailers, and I think there's a trailer for Ironheart. I'm gonna see if I can find that, and so we can watch these 3. So the first trailer we're gonna watch is.
Why would they ding you? You're trying to basically, you're kind of like promoting it.
It don't matter, dude. It is just like how
unless you're talking bad stuff about it, maybe they'll ding you.
Nah, it's like Nintendo, dude. Like, no, they won't ding you if you like if you talk about like the trailer. So we could talk about the actual trailers that they released. This was leaked.
No, okay.
Yeah. So, and like, I'm gonna tell you about how Nintendo works. Nintendo, no matter regardless of what you do,
anything you put, they get upset.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, let me share that. So everything good with you?
Yeah. So I was just what happened to my audio.
Okay. I actually managed to. I didn't go to work today. I wasn't feeling too great, so I'll stay home. All right, you ready? Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm good.
You asked for me. Here I am.
Captain America, the Falcon?
All right, so that guy is. They changed his. Remember, all right, they changed the story for the Super Serum program. They decided to add this extra element to it where it was tested out on black people. So I think most of them died, and only one dude survived, and that's him. So that's the guy who survived. So he has all of Captain America's powers. All right, so he is.
What I mean, they did an experiment with testing with African American.
Yes, and before they did, but right, which makes
there, right?
No, it doesn't make any sense. The reason why it doesn't make any sense is because Captain America was the first person they tried this on.
Well, Captain America was a secret weapon from the U.S. government, right?
Right. So, but whoever wrote, somebody wrote this, and
maybe it's bad writer.
Well, I mean, they went for the whole, America Evil kind of thing. So he is he should be close to 100 or something. So that guy's really old. So he was 1940s, 20 years old in the 40s. All right. So he's 100 and something, 100. So he would basically what Captain America would look like if he didn't go into the ocean or whatever. He'd just be he'd look like he's in his 70s, but he would actually be 100.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
is there anything you remember?
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
He's not Captain America, man.
There were 5 shooters. This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
I was a wartime general. Now I'm a wartime president. Your inner circle's been compromised. Let me fix it. Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not. Wait for it. We're on the brink of war. You can't trust anyone. Nothing about this feels right.
Captain America. You ever ask yourself, who's playing who?
Someone's been pulling the strings on everything.
You're under arrest?
I don't want a variable out there that I can't control.
Stop!
Captain America caught without his wings.
You'd like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's orders.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
What if this is a trap? You don't even know what this is.
Since when were they red?
You want me? Come and get me!
Okay. Well, what do you think?
I'll give it a chance.
I think they should have made it a friggin' Falcon movie.
His costume looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
When they made it, but I'll see it. Maybe I'll give it a chance.
It doesn't look as terrible as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Right.
And the red with the Hulk with the red one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he does turn into the Red Hulk. So that is.
Maybe put another character and make it more interesting.
All right. So the other trailer that they have they had was is the Thunderbolts.
The newer one?
Yeah, it's a new. Yeah. So.
Oh, America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
You got a convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
Lexi. Okay, don't worry.
That's Chris Evans, right?
Engaging defensive measure.
Isn't that Chris Evans?
Oh my
All
God.
right. What'd you say?
Is that Chris Evans or no?
No, that is
He kind of looked when I looked at him.
no, that is the guy who he took Captain America's spot in the comics. So so basically you would have to have
the agent, the one that came on the
USA,
series.
US
okay,
agent.
Gotcha.
So like in order to understand who these people are, you would have to watch
to watch the show.
You have to watch TV shows. You have to watch that movie. That like the
Black Widow.
Right. So otherwise, you have no idea who none of these people are.
Oh my God.
Wait, there's no.
Oh my God.
Walker, shield!
Is that Bucky? It's a Winter Soldier. That guy is so cool. That's what I talk about!
That's not good.
How crazy is it to think of all the monumental fights that happened exactly here where you're standing? I mean, the place wasn't cheap, but it's got good optics. Look at you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina. Make up your mind. The assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on. Assignment is complete.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydra.
Hydra. Oh, fancy.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Contract kills.
And you, former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know, it's actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Getting so tense in here.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
We're just drifting. And we don't have purpose. You can't escape the past.
So you can either do something about it now or live with it forever.
So what, we all just punch and shoot?
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
Thank God.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
I have no idea what that's about.
They should have just cast that guy, right? Was it John Walker?
Yeah.
That's just the Captain America with Falcon.
Bro, I have no clue what this movie is about. One, they still haven't shown what
comedy.
All right, you know what? So you know who Bob is, right?
The one the last guy, right?
Right.
No.
He is as powerful as Superman. He don't look like it. Yeah, he looks like it is a regular skinny surfer dude. No, he's supposed to be like Jack. He's like he is so powerful.
Not even that guy that cut up.
Right. So he is so powerful that he created his own bad guy because he was afraid about how powerful he was. So it's like a whole thing. And in order to get it, and all right. So when they introduced him, the way that they did it, which was actually kind of interesting, they set it up so that he managed to erase everyone's memory of him. He was a hero. He was a hero during like the
Does he wear a helmet or something?
No. He was a hero during like the 50s or 40s or something like that. And he knew the Fantastic Four. He knew everybody. And I don't know. I'm trying to do off the top of my head. Something happened where he managed to erase everybody's memory of him, and he went into hiding.
Oh, okay.
That is probably not what they're gonna do, because you'd have to have the Fantastic Four. It's just like, so there's a lot of these stuff where they can't actually do it because they haven't set up the before for it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, I have no idea. Let's see if they have Ironheart. Okay, because they did release something. Yeah. No. All right. This is I have no clue why they are releasing that. Well, they're releasing this because they kind of have to, kind of thing. Dude, they filmed it.
I want to build something undeniable.
Anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
I guess that was it.
Is that the actor that came out in that movie on DC? What's it called? The guy from Transformer, right?
His name is Anthony Ramos.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. I hate it when you look up, when you try to look up crap and they got everybody who makes their own shit up. So you got to weed through all the fake, friggin' weird things that people do. But I'm not even remotely excited about this, because she was created during the Marvel Now stuff, when they decided to, MCU is at its height, right? Everyone is going to all the movies, and movies are making billions of dollars. Marvel, in their infinite wisdom, decides to race change and sex change all of the characters. So you wind up with female Thor, Chinese Hulk, little black girl Iron Man, you already seen, they already had a TV show with Hawkeye, so you got the teenage female Hawkeye.
Yeah, I didn't watch that show.
No, they just basically
first episode. That's it.
Right. So you're trying to sell comic books. The hottest thing out is Iron Man and Captain America and all that, and you make Captain America into Falcon, and so anybody who went to go see this was like, what the like, who are these people? So I get it. They have to release this stuff, but dude,
that one I'm not watching. That I can tell right.
All right. Well, the other stuff that I sent you is,
I mean, the Thunderbolts. I'd rather go. I'll take my chance with the Falcon.
It may not suck. Is that what you're hoping?
Yeah, but like more attraction will be the Falcon, just the way they made his costume, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Well, the next thing that Disney is kind of didn't announce, but they kind of like they're talking about right now is bro. There's a new writer, and so there's a couple of articles.
Just let this shit go, man.
Dude, they can't.
But the funny part, nobody really hates the actress. It's just,
No. But the way they're framing it, it's the same thing with like the dude, that black guy. Is they're framing it that the audience hates their characters. It's like, no, your characters were written poorly, and you are trying to.
They're just done already. Just move on.
Yeah, because you're trying to replace. So first, All right, so new Star Wars trilogy would allegedly feature Daisy Ridley's Rey as an Obi-Wan Kenobi type figure.
I mean, you already have Luke Skywalker's, actor. You can use him.
He's flipping out right now. So people, your average Star Wars fan cannot stand him.
Yeah, he's acting weird right now.
But he's been acting weird for a long time. With the creation of social media, you get to realize how much of an asshole all these people are. All right, so a new rumor claims that Daisy Ridley will return as Rey as an Obi-Wan Kenobi figure in the recently announced Star Wars trilogy that will be written by Simon Kinberg and produced by Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy. Okay. Deadline's Mike Fleming originally reported that the trilogy was in works, noted that the trilogy will comprise episodes 10 through 12 of the Skywalker saga, which no longer has any Skywalkers in it because all the Skywalkers are dead now. He also noted that insiders disputed my intel that Kinberg would continue in that storyline, saying that this instead will be a new saga, still on side percolating Star Wars projects by James Mangold and Sharim Abed Chine and Taika Waititi and Donald Glover. I think someone posted something about how there is 14 announced Star Wars movies and they've only made 2 of them. Hollywood Reporter Boris Kitt shared that the new story is not meant to be a continuation of the Skywalker saga, the name, overall arc, and popular pop culture dominating Star Wars movies known as Episodes 1. All right. No. The intent here is to have a brand new character and a new story and not have it be a continuation, sources tell Hollywood Reporter, although it does not mean that some characters could not or would not pop up. Following 2 reports, Jeff Snyder shared in his in Snyder newsletter that he's learning that Lucasfilm will position the trilogy as 10, 11, and 12. Furthermore, I'm sharing that Disney Ridley will come back in these new Star Wars movies, and Rey will be positioned as the Obi-Wan of the new trilogy. Not only would Snyder claim that Ridley would play a key role in this trilogy, but he also claimed that Sharim, film was supposed to see Daisy Ridley's character creating a new Jedi Order still on the table. He revealed that while screenwriter Stephen Knight exited the project, Lucasfilm recently hired a new writer to replace him. Albeit he also shared his own opinion that given the seemingly redundancies in Ridley's Rey acting as a mentor, and wonders if her movie will come to fruition. Finally, he shared that it's believed that this trilogy will be the last hurrah Kennedy and Disney's Bob Iger when it comes to Star Wars. He stated that I think this is Lucasfilm Kennedy. Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy and Disney and Bob Iger making one last big Star Wars push before they exit their post next year. And I know Kennedy hasn't formally said anything, but I fully expect her to step down once she has charted the course for the future of the franchise. It reminds me when you look at all these people in video games and all these other things, they keep trying to push on to the paying audience for things that they don't want. They have no desire for.
Kathleen Kennedy's still there, so.
Well, you would think after all the failures, you would stop, but they don't stop. It's actually pretty amazing to watch.
So they're trying to make 3 more movies with Rey?
Yeah. So instead of so it's actually it should be 4 because that's what they're talking about.
The other died in the last one.
No, she didn't die.
Oh no, that was the other guy.
Yeah, all the Skywalkers are dead. So calling this the Skywalker saga is hilarious. You killed all the Skywalkers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. John Favreau already found the new Skywalker.
What they should do is scrap all of this crap. And I keep saying this, recast Han, Luke, and Leia and start 5 minutes after the Return of the Jedi. Seriously, because then you got all kind of stories to tell because they haven't conquered Coruscant yet. You could talk about them creating the New Republic and them fighting battles. And then they wanted to do the Rogue Squadron movie that ties into all of that because the Rogue Squadron is the ones who helped them get Coruscant. So you could tell all of these stories. This is a plethora of stories. You got 20 years of stories that you could tell.
They should start making movies and just make also a like the animation when the Clone Wars are for Anakin, but they should make it for Luke Skywalker.
Dude, if they do what I you can do that. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of actual books that tell all of these stories, and they go off into different characters, and the characters go off by themselves.
That shit, they want to do their own thing.
Yeah, I get that, but their own thing sucks. They're not making you money.
I mean, for them, it don't suck.
Okay, you can you believe in that, that's great, but at the end of the day, you need to make money, and you're noticing that all these companies, they're like, all right, okay, maybe we were wrong. We're not gonna say that we were wrong. We're just gonna shift off into a new direction and just pretend that the past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years didn't happen.
Yeah, so basically that tells you that Kathleen Kennedy is not going nowhere.
No. If she's gonna kickstart a whole new trilogy, no.
She's just retired, man. She's already 70 something. Can retire.
From what I heard is that she wants to go out on a win.
Well, I don't know when.
It's just they actually thought the Acolyte was going to do that, and she was going to be able to retire after the Acolyte. Dude, I am stone serious, bro. She actually thought that. And
well, maybe all of us should start watching what's it called? The new one come out? The Star Wars kid?
Oh, Skeleton Crew?
Yeah, all the Star Wars fans should just watch it so she could go out with the bang. Oh, look at the rating when it's sky high. Everybody should just start watching it so she could,
do some
so she had no excuse.
Some 4D
farewell project.
Do some 4D chess on her.
Yeah, everybody Star Wars Unite just watch the show, so she let her go.
We could do a petition, man.
Say, oh, hey, you got the biggest ratings of Star Wars for the last whatever years.
I get the hell out of here.
Satisfied, then go already. Go. Why not? Right? Just put it on Instagram and put everybody watch it. Watch it.
Oh, yeah, it would probably work. All right.
And then her ego will get too big and on. Oh, you see, guys, you see what I did? Now let's produce more. So maybe not. It won't work.
Okay. Well, all right. Man, my computer tripping. If I can get to there was another article that all right. So we're gonna the last two topics are gonna be basically on some TV. So all right, you ever heard of Mass Effect?
Mm-mm.
All right, so Mass Effect is a game, a trilogy of games that came out on the Xbox 360 a while ago. And essentially what it's about is mankind in the future. We get attacked by like we've gone out into the universe and all that kind of stuff. And you get to play this guy named Shepard. This guy, you could be a guy, you could be a girl. And it's a kind of a somewhat branching storyline where the things that you do affects how the story goes. All right. And you find out there's some great conspiracy. And you eventually find out that every couple like millennia or something like that, a race of intelligent computer species comes through and wipes out most of the universe. And everything starts all over again, and it does that on a continuing basis. And the reason how they were able to do this is because they left these machines located everywhere that everyone uses as a means to go faster than light. So it's just like it's like a cycle. So as you're going through all of the stories, you are finding more and more information about what's going on, and you fight like one of them first, and then like the third one, you fight off the entire invasion. And then you eventually like it's kind of controversial at the end because whatever decisions you make in the first game applies in the second game, which applies in the third game. So characters that you get a choice between saving this person and saving this person. This person dies, so they're in the next game. and then it affects everything after that. So it's like a really cool story, and it could probably be an interesting television show if they do it correctly. I have
And who will make the show?
let's see. So there's rumors, leaks, speculations about the video game industry, yada yada yada. There are rumors in the past that we could see per Variety has confirmed that this actually being worked on officially, and it stated that the person who writing the script and executive producing it will be Daniel Casey, known for Fast and Furious 9. So it's dead on arrival then. You will find EA's Michael Gamble also executive producing this series with a deal struck at Amazon. So it's done by Amazon MGM Studios. So they have done, like Amazon has done some good shows, but they also done a lot of bad shows. So it's kind of a toss up with what we actually get. We're unsure if this series will closely follow the
Rings of Power.
Right, but they've also had good shows. So
yeah.
It will closely follow the original video game narrative. Probably not, because Amazon has yet to do that on pretty much anything.
It's like for me, they're like a work in progress. They're like a work in progress. Like they're trying to put content out there, and some suck, some are good.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like HBO.
Well, dude, the thing is,
compared to HBO, they have 100 million subscribers, and they have better shows. They know how to write shows.
Yeah. Problem with they have the same issue that most of these other groups have. They have, for whatever reason, they can't see that whenever you stick close to the source material and you are authentic and you tell a good story, then you'll be successful. It's like Shogun happens, and then everyone in Hollywood completely forget why Shogun worked. And then like the last thing we're gonna talk about is the Penguin. So that comes out, and people completely forget why that worked. So who knows what the hell this is gonna be? There's a good story. Oh, like it's everything is laid out, and that's why I was suggesting that you do that for the Star Wars stuff. These books, all you got to do is make sure that it works in a movie or television series factor. The story is already written out. The characters are already well developed. You don't have to develop new characters. You don't have to design new characters, because they all have descriptions of what they all look like. Cast people who look like that, and just go for it. But
yeah, like the acolyte, those actors that had as Jedis.
Yeah.
Like that white guy looked like he was shitting his pants because he was gonna get in the fight with Gumby guys, and like, what the fuck? And then the fat Jedi.
It's because they cannot show any masculine dudes. The only masculine person we got was
the real fucking show. That's it.
Well, I mean, the only masculine person that we got was the villain, and that's why everybody liked the villain. Because he was the only masculine dude. Everybody else was like from like the what's your name of your dude from Squid Game? Squid guy, Jedi?
Yeah.
Wishy-washy, and then they made him super stalkery at the end, and he died very pathetically.
Yeah, he's going back and forth, like changing his mind. But at least I give him credit. He was a pretty good actor.
Right. So it could have worked.
The other Asian guy, that was pretty. Right. They were pretty good.
Right. It could have worked.
For all the circumstances they were at.
Right. if you had other people actually writing this shit, but
yeah, that's insane.
So I don't know. I like this Mass Effect story. They actually used the Mass Effect ending in Star Trek Picard season 1. So it's like the ending of it is, if you're watching it and you're looking at it, like if you played freaking Mass Effect, I'm like, dude, that's how Mass Effect ended. Like, what the hell? You just basically just ripped that whole thing off.
If they were just smart, you could just do like a series of General Admiral Thrawn, Dark Cities. You know how they came up and like that. Just introduce them like the Penguin, right?
Yeah.
Like but don't make your own stuff. Just follow the story of the comics, stuff like that. But they're not gonna do it.
No, because one, they don't know how to they don't know how to create anything original. Two, they have a disdain for original stuff.
But maybe it's true. Maybe Kathleen Kennedy, they tried, but then maybe no, change this. No, change that. I don't like it. Change it.
Yeah, because
that's the way it is,
Yeah, because essentially she ignored. I think she ignored the Mandalorian first season, and then they made something that was a hit. And then she come in, and then you start getting notes, and then it turns into like a weird like cameo fest for the second season, and then you throw like.
And they had the momentum, remember? Because that's when he introduced Luke Skywalker at the end,
right?
On the second season, so they had that momentum going. Everybody was ready for the third season,
and 5 minutes after. 5 minutes after it aired, you got everybody who works at Lucasfilm talking shit about all the fans. So all the momentum you had just went away real quick.
I remember I was so excited when Luke Skywalker came out. Everybody was going crazy on the TikTok or recording this shit.
Dude, people will actually.
I was like, oh shit, that's a Jedi. I'm trying to wonder. Then when I seen that green lightsaber, it has Luke Skywalker. Everybody went crazy.
If you look at behind the scenes at Lucasfilm Story Group, you would see a picture of Luke Skywalker with a thing crossed through his face. They did not like his character, so that's why they was trying to make Rey into him. That's why they're doing the Jedi Order, which is basically a Luke Skywalker story that they're just trying to shoehorn Rey into. So she's gonna be Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan all at the same time. No, people suck, dude. It is what it is. So
that's nothing to watch at theaters. So
yeah,
it's just dying. So they might go bankrupt too.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how everything does next year. So we're gonna end this show with talking about the penultimate episode for the Penguin. All right. So what did you think?
The newer one? I haven't watched the newer one.
Well, no, not the new one. The one, the last one. I think it was 6 or
when he blew up the bomb under his underground base.
Mm-hmm. And you got and this is what the difference between this show and other shows that we've been watching lately is they should as soon as you started to feel sympathy and whatever for Oswald, they show
finally they showed how he killed his brothers, huh?
Yeah, it's like he didn't, and you saw his jealousy. You saw a bunch of stuff.
Make fun of him. He takes revenge.
Mm-hmm. And it's like one of these things where if it didn't rain, then they would have just been locked in there. But it did rain, and he could have
got flooded, right?
It got flooded. Right. And the fact that, because I watched the behind the scenes stuff, and it was saying how he doesn't care so much about this stuff, is that he does his base of operations in the place where his brothers died, and it doesn't bother him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that has a lot to do and you get to see his flaws more and more. And
remember, that's why he killed Sophia's brother too. Remember, he was making fun of him. Mm-hmm. He just killed him.
Yeah, and you get and what they were saying, how he does things on an impulse, and that's why a lot of his stuff that he does fails, because he's so impulsive, and he'll just fly. I mean, that's why he killed the dude at the beginning of the show, because he didn't like being talked about, so he wound up shooting the guy, and then after he did that, it's like, why did I do that?
Mm-hmm.
And then he keeps screwing over people because he just going off his instincts. And what makes it interesting is that he will look out after people that he does love or have a connected to, like he does with Vic. Mm-hmm. Vic and his mother is the only two people that he gives any kinds of a shit about. Everybody else is opportunity and whatever. And then he almost getting his ass kicked, and then your dude has a heart attack.
A heart attack, yeah.
Right. And it's so he takes advantage of that. So
when they move up the Jeep with the Mercedes Jeep, I thought her mom was gonna be in there, but then I was thinking, no, it has to be a bomb. I think it's a bomb, and yeah, it was a bomb.
Yeah, and once he realizes it's a bomb, he just dips out. he just gave a whole speech about how you're gonna fight for your neighborhood and blah blah blah, and he left other people to die. Like, wow, dude, you. It's like any thoughts of a maybe an anti-hero kind of thing goes completely out the window when you done. It's like, all right.
yeah.
It's like these dudes, wow. So, man,
Yeah, 2 more episodes today, and next weekend is done.
Yeah, and so we're gonna do the Dune thing. It's on the 17th, so we can. Hopefully, that's good.
That's what like 100 years before.
Yeah, it is a prequel to the movies and the books.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to review myself in that one.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. The track record has been good.
On Sunday, right? It's gonna be Sundays.
17th. I don't know exactly
on
when.
Sundays.
All right, so it takes place after the Penguin finishes. Then, so it should be good. All right, well, that's then we talked about everything. I talked about D23. I'm trying to remember everything that I put on. Yeah, I think that's everything. So I do like how they did Lilo, like Lilo and Stitch. I like how they did Stitch. He actually looks right. I'm curious as to what they're gonna do for age 6. It's like first ones were good, then the other ones went right into direct to video type where it's really made for kids. So I can't say that having 6 or something be a bad thing because the Minion stuff is just as funny now as it was, and they up to like what 6 of those. So don't know. So are we like you don't have any interest in the Skeleton Crew, do you?
I mean, I'll check it out.
All right, so we'll give it the first episode
right?
to go.
December, first weekend of December.
Yeah, so we get the first episode.
I mean, I have Disney Plus. Why not use it? I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched anything from there.
All right. Well, on the behalf of myself and Ricky there, we'd like to thank the folks who have checked this out and stay with me as I floundered around talking to myself for 30 minutes. I'm still working on how to do this whole thing, even though it's been a year, but I'd say this on the behalf, like I said, please like, share, and subscribe. Please give a comment down below, and to anyone who watches this afterwards, when this re-uploads itself, please give a comment or two in the comment section down below. I check it out and I answer your comments and all that stuff. So, all right, later.
Peace out.